Welcome. This is the Franklin Special Education Program presentation for 2020-21. Before we get started, please note that if you would like to have closed captioning in a language other than English, then you can pause here, go back to the YouTube video, and follow these steps. Today's topics that I will be talking about are the Franklin beliefs, the SPED programs that are available at Franklin, our instructional model for distance learning, and contact information. At Franklin, we believe strongly in an inclusion push-in model, and it does align with our mission of engaging each and every student. Our belief statements of maximizing engagement, maximizing relationships, and maximizing evidence of student ability is closely aligned to our inclusion push-in model. I want to start off with a quick celebration about our on track to graduate record for our special education department. Students that are receiving special education have, over the past 4 years, increased their on track rate to graduate. We're very proud of this in the special education department and believe that a lot of this has to do with our intentional shift to a push-in model and how our case managers are now looping with students. We have 4 different programs here at Franklin High School, and that is staffed by 17 teachers and 13 paras, a therapeutic intervention coach, and a quality mental health professional. The 4 programs: intensive skills classrooms, we have 2 of those, a communication behavior classroom, a social emotional skills classroom, and our academic skills, or sometimes known as learning centers. We have 252 students that receive special education services, which is about 12.4% of the student body here at Franklin High School. I wanted to just give a little description of each of the programs. The intensive skills classroom, which we have 2 of those classrooms, one is led by teacher Sabine Monsees and one is led by teacher Tyler Riggs. These are classrooms that support students with learning needs due to cognitive delays. And while they receive more intensive services, we still work very hard at Franklin on including them in general education classes and have a very high rate of that. They are supported by our amazing para team. In the social emotional skills classroom, these students are continuing to work on their social emotional skills and mental health needs while they're also accessing general education classrooms. At Franklin, our SES students attend mostly general education classrooms, and they get para support as needed. This classroom is led by Emily Dennison. Our communication behavior classroom, led by Sean Broshen, is a classroom that serves students who have significant socialization, behavioral, or sometimes developmental needs related to communication. For this reason, this classroom also works very closely with our speech-language pathologists. They too attend mostly general education classrooms, and we have 2 paras in that program that help support. The majority of our students that receive special education services are served in the Learning Center, and these are located in all of our comprehensive PPS schools. The delivery model here at Franklin is that we have worked towards having students loop with their case manager for 2 years. This allows case managers to also specialize in the needs of the transition for our 9th graders and 10th graders into high school, as well as some of the unique needs of our 11th and 12th graders as they prepare to transition to the next steps after high school. Other service providers in our department are speech and language pathologists. We have 2 full-time SLPs, Moira Finnegan, Megan Stevens, and we are welcoming part-time Jure Bigeland. School psychologists, Deb Dombrowski and Megan Moyer, are returning from last year. Some of the biggest questions that I've been receiving from families is around the impact of the 4x4 instructional model. As you know, your student is only taking 4 classes each semester. While this allows students to be able to focus on fewer classes, which we overwhelmingly heard last spring was a struggle to manage 8 classes, they're focusing on 4. However, those 4 classes do cover the whole year of material. Most students receiving special education services also take an academic skills classroom. This will happen either semester 1 or semester 2. In some cases, it may be, per the IEP, necessary for a student to take an academic skills class both semesters. Your child's case manager will be meeting with you to discuss that if that is an option. Special education teachers are also providing support during the afternoon asynchronous time that is part of the instructional model here at Franklin High School. You'll notice on this instructional schedule, which is also posted on the Franklin website, students attend synchronous classes in the morning, and then they have asynchronous support time in the afternoons. That consists of 45 minutes with small group instruction and other expected work time per their teacher, as well as 30 minutes at the end where students can access small group work supported by our special education teachers. The case managers will be working with students to create any additional supports that are needed, especially for students that do not have an ASC during this current semester. Contact information. You may contact me either by email or by phone. The phone number there is the one that is directed to the Franklin High School office. However, it is linked to my cell phone number, which I use for the days that I'm not actually in the building. For our SPED department, the contact information is available under the Teachers and Staff tab on the Franklin website. You will find all case managers, SLPs, paras, and school psychologists listed there so that you have a way to contact them. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or clarifications. I'm happy to get on the phone with you and talk through what supports your student needs and help find resources. Thank you.